All right, sport fans, good morning and welcome to the Monday edition of the program Sport Tracker live on Diamond FM. Ladies and gentlemen, last season, Arsenal needed Manchester City to at least get a victory over Liverpool in the English Premier League. If it's not just even two, give us one in the league to ensure, of course, that Liverpool does not go far away from us. You know what happened last season? Liverpool won home and away against Manchester City. Now this season, the same Arsenal fans again need Liverpool to come through for them. Even if it's not even two, give me just one league victory over Manchester City that can help me pull them away again from me and let me go 9 points clear at the top of the English Premier League. Guess what has happened? Liverpool has lost both home and away to Manchester City. It is heartbreak for Arsenal fans, but of course they have their 6 point. And according to Engineer Easy, Arsenal fans should hold on to that 6 point like it is their life depending on it. Yesterday, Manchester City created history right there at Anfield. They did the league double over Liverpool for the first time in 89 years. November 9th, 2025, Man City beat Liverpool by 3-0. Yesterday, February 8th, 2026, Man City had to come from behind to beat Liverpool again by 2-1. The update on how Pep Guardiola's Man City stay just close to Arsenal in this race for the English Premier League title. Also, of course, around in the NPFL yesterday, it is not good news for Quara United. They have dropped more points on the road. Coach Sulaiman needs to really improve with Quara United. It is now 3 wins out of 10 matches since the 30th of November 2025. Quara United have now moved from 12th to 18th of the log. It looks as though it is Ruben Amorim that is in charge of Quara United. 7 goals scored and 13 goals conceded. 4 consecutive losses. They have not recorded any win away from home. What has gone wrong for our darling club, Quara United? I cannot say. But I do know right now that Alvaro Arbeloa is in love with Kylian Mbappe. And is so in love with him that he has now said Kylian Mbappe is so similar to Cristiano Ronaldo. The program is Sport Tracker and we are ready and good to go. Adetola Adeolu is with me on the show today. Same, of course, Moses Amao. Adetola Adeolu, welcome. How you doing today, man?
Yeah, top of the morning to you and to us full of us out there. Thank you very much for joining us. And I wasn't too surprised with the fact that Remo Stars, Quara United, Kano Pillars in relegation, but one has to go. That's the most important thing. And also for Liverpool, Man City tie, I can't explain the penalty. I know it is a penalty if it's on goal, but the goalkeeper going for a ball and there's an issue, clumsy challenge between both sides, and it's a penalty. It's hard to believe.
Hard to believe. Yeah. My name is Babajide Oluwaseun. We will be having a look at what transpired in that game yesterday, whether or not it was a penalty, whether or not it was a deserved victory for Manchester City, and what it means for them going forward. Knowing again that they started the weekend 6 points behind Arsenal, who then went 9 points clear after the victory over Sunderland. So Man City were condemned to eventually get that victory. So, of course, the conversation will start from that game yesterday. Manchester City with a 2-1 win away at Liverpool there. The goals, of course, coming from Dominic Szoboszlai for Liverpool into the 74th minute. Almost an identical time to when he scored the free kick also against Arsenal when they faced each other earlier this season. And from then on, the Arsenal fans celebrated. The rest of the Premier League had given up that this was Arsenal's title now to win, knowing they were 9 points clear. But that lead did not last a little over 10 minutes or thereabout, because Man City kept on fighting. Bernardo Silva had latched onto just latched onto that header of Haaland. And then, of course, he made it 1-1 there. And so when we thought this game was going to end 1-1 or maybe a late Liverpool winner, it was Erling Haaland from the penalty spot to make it 2-1. Before that, the goalkeeper Alisson, according to the referee on the pitch and also the VAR, had fouled, the right back, of course, from Manchester City. So Haaland stepped up, even in very crazy moment there. He made it 2-1, and Man City held on for the victory. At the end of the tie, it is 6 point clear that Arsenal have, but they would wish it was 9 points clear. Liverpool will be having a look at that game and saying, Man United had won, Chelsea had won, it was on them to win, and they were on course for it. So what went wrong from a Liverpool perspective? In that space of that 10 minutes after the goal, Why were they not able to hold on, conserve, and win? Knowing again that they've been doing that very well, keeping it tight at the back, especially when they take the lead. Dominic Szoboszlai, again, and Arne Slot, they have questions to ask of themselves. What are your thoughts, Tula?
Well, let's start with the fact that it was somehow a boring first half, battle of Liverpool and Manchester City. But in the second half, you look at the dynamism when Szoboszlai scored a goal at the 74th minute of the play, and 10 minutes later, Man City equalized to 1-1. And I feel like when you look at the whole process, City deserved to get a win because of the fact that after they equalized, they were more around in the 18-yard box of Liverpool, and they're trying to make one or two things until when Alisson and the clumsy challenge that led to a penalty. And after that penalty, the game turned to a chaos for Liverpool.
Let us come back again and look at Bernardo Silva's comment after the game. He made it 1-1.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he anticipated the header coming from Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
I mean, that again shows the kind of player he's turned out to be, especially in this important moment. A player who was not even supposed to play this game, according to the report and Pep Guardiola. But Bernardo Silva says the whole Manchester City squad knew before the game that if we lost this game, probably the Premier League title race is over. Arsenal are still in a much better position than us, but we felt like we needed to win this game. Let's go back again. The whole Man City squad knew before the game.
Yeah.
If we lost, it was over. The man said the moment that goal went in, he needed to push further up Bernardo Silva because they needed to take more risk in that moment there.
And that's what happened. And
what sort of mentality is that?
It's
to
all
hear
about,
him say what he said.
It's a winning mentality from the players, especially the likes of Haaland and Bernardo Silva,
Yes.
Rodri, who wanted to get this particular win
Yes.
over Liverpool. And also, when you look at the first line, they were not too afraid of making that tackle, joining the attack. Look at Nunes, look at Antonori, who joined the attack, who had opportunity in 96 minutes, who blew it away because of selfish attitude. And this City side won against Liverpool because they were more determined, more in control.
Before this game, somewhere along the line on Sport Tracker last week, we're talking about hunger in this Man City squad, whether or not they had the experience. And you were saying that they didn't have enough of the experience. And so, of course, players who had not won this Premier League, it made them even more hungry to want to win it. Bernardo Silva was asked the question yesterday. There's so many young players in this squad. How do you guys do it? You are one of the oldest. And he says he's done the same thing that players like David Silva, players like Company did with him when he also just joined. He says all that experience, all that hunger, they passed it from themselves to him. And that's what he's also doing right now to these young players. He says he, alongside the others who have won the league, they try to constantly remind the others about how important it is to win this. But let's go back to Liverpool again. On a defensive level, what went wrong for them after they took the lead? Somebody within the Liverpool rank, Kerkesh, said they did not talk enough to each other after they took the lead.
Yes, I think that's a valid one. They did not talk to each other when they took the lead, and also too much of reliant on Vida to control the defense is not working.
Wow!
In the sense that, take for example, when McGay and Reid Diaz was being paired for after Kuzalan was injured. You can see more of communication between both parties. Who comes in, who goes out, and also you can see that control. And sometimes Van Dijk is always lost in games, because he believes that Konate has the body and the physique to do what he needs to do. Sometimes when you don't guard Konate will be the one to take the blame. And at the other side, Keke's Szoboszlai, look at the equalizer. Szoboszlai was onside to let Bernardo Silva score that particular goal.
Can we blame Szoboszlai? I mean, his first instinct is to attack. That is his first instinct. So, we can't blame him again. He's in an orthodox or unorthodox position. And that's how, of course, he's found himself in that particular role there. Which is why, I remember before that game started yesterday, you did say Gomez is back. Why would you play Szoboszlai there?
That is a question that the coach needs to answer. That why will you play Szoboszlai in right back when you have Gomez? When you said Gomez is back, and also when you look at the coach decision, sometimes it looks like the coach is trying to play with what he has at disposal. And I'm not going to sit there and blame him.
How about mentality? Liverpool have now considered 4 90th minute winners in a league match this season. It is already the joint most by a team in a single Premier League campaign after Watford in 2017-2018, West Ham, Watford again and Southampton. You can't keep doing this. Only relegation sides do this. People with weak mentality. Are Liverpool a side with weak mentality now?
They are not a side with weak mentality. They are a side that they cannot hit their opponent or kill them off when it matters. For example, now look at Iketike. He had a 1v1.
All right.
He could not bury the chance, not because of the fact that he has not been scoring goals. Look at Salah.
I was disappointed with him. I was shocked also. The boy what praised all through.
They are not the same. I think it's more like they've lost that extra bite. Look at the extra bite last season for Liverpool. Jota, Diaz, Darwin Núñez. Those are the extra bites.
Is that the difference for Liverpool?
That's the difference.
When they had their key players firing, they always fired in those big moments.
Yes.
But now even the key players for Liverpool not delivering in those key moments.
So it's more like this is what you have at disposal. Then use it, earn it. But at the end of the day, you end up losing.
Look at how many matches defending champion has lost. 8 matches.
They're trying to.
And this is only match day 25.
They're going to set a record. Maybe more than 8 matches as a defending champions, or maybe less than. Maybe they will have to stop at that particular 8 matches.
So nobody should fight Remo Stars.
Nobody. No. The only thing I want to say is
yes.
Rodri a week ago complained about officiating. The table don't turn. It favored him now. The penalty was given. In case the table turns again and they gave up penalty.
Why do you think that penalty was not worthy of a penalty?
It's not worthy of a penalty.
Did the goalkeeper not clash into the player?
The goalkeeper,
Matheus Nunes?
The goalkeeper came out. Nunes kicked the ball out, not into the net.
I think what I can see is that Nunes did not have complete control of
by
the situation of the ball.
Yes.
And the goalkeeper, of course, rushing in. Did he get the ball? I'm not so sure about that one. Did he hit the player? Yes, I saw that. But have I seen it not given several times this season? Yes.
They've not given it several times this season.
I've seen Man United in that situation. I've seen Arsenal in that situation.
Yes. And
all that time, it wasn't given. So why all of a sudden now, it's given in this tie?
The inconsistency of referee in the Premier League is too much. The inconsistency. Despite the fact that there was a penalty given out, there's a red card given out to Spurs against Man United.
Yeah.
If that same thing has happened to the opponent, these same people that benefited from this, they will not give it out.
I'll tell you what, Kekesh blamed Alisson. I'll also do the same. I think Alisson also did not help.
Alisson did not help. He needs to be blamed. But all we need is consistency at this stage.
Consistency.
Nothing more. Nothing more.
Let's have a look at Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal, by the way, got the 3-0 win over Sunderland. They kept a clean sheet in the process. What did you make of that?
That's a good news. I think they had to control the play throughout the whole 90 minutes. But the first
and you were not surprised with the scoreline?
I wasn't too surprised because it's a win for Sunderland. And
all right.
If you remember, Sunderland has been beaten not once, not twice away from home.
All right.
West Ham comes to mind, and also Brentford comes to mind. The same score like 3-0.
I mean, the Arsenal attackers looked as though they were firing. Victor Gyökeres, two goals off 2 shots. Martinelli comes off the bench. He has a shot, has 1 assist. Leandro Trossard has 1 assist off 3 shots there. All of a sudden, we have the Arsenal attack firing. We did talk about that over the weekend. But can they do more? Some will say yes to that. But Victor Gyökeres, he looks as though he's gradually now understanding what it means. Even the manager talked about it, Mikel Arteta, that he's more vocal, explaining how he wants the ball to come in based on his movement. And now he says he sees more of a man who is growing into the system to know the league more and to know his fellow teammate even more. Is it coming into form just at the right time for Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres?
I think he's coming to form just at the right time.
Yeah.
So as to bring out the best out of himself.
Yes.
And also when you look at the all-round play of the likes of Zubimendi,
right.
Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, you understand that these players are really working hard to link up with the attacking lineup.
Chula, this is the first weekend that we will have match day and we'll be right here on Sport Tracker. And I've not used the word O2 for Victor Gyökeres. So that means something has changed.
We can say something has changed for Gyökeres based on the fact that he's understanding his timing of run.
All right.
How to free himself from defenders.
All right.
Because if you look at the 2 goals,
all right,
he had to leave himself from the defenders. And what you will observe is you see him slipping scoring goals or falling down before scoring that particular goal because he hasn't balanced himself well.
All right. The goal difference for Arsenal is 32. The goal difference for Man City is 27. We do know, of course, that this particular season, it could go down to fine margins and it could be Arsenal convincing win if they win the league title. Pep Guardiola wasn't happy that goal was ruled out yesterday, the 3rd goal. And we know, of course, how contentious it was. Ryan Chekri had kicked the ball. The goalkeeper Alisson was nowhere to be found, and then of course it was Erling Haaland through on goal. But Dominic Szoboszlai behind pulled him back, and eventually, of course, the ball continued rolling. And then Haaland also pulled Dominic Szoboszlai in the process. The ball nestled at the back of the net. Everyone thought, leave it. The goal stands. Everyone moves on. But the referees pulled it back, ruled out the goal, gave a free kick, but gave Dominic Szoboszlai the sending off a red card because he made the attempt first to pull. Some have said, just let it be. Same with Pep Guardiola. Common sense was the word used in there. Goals will matter somewhere along the line this season. And every goal that Man City will score, they would like to hold on to it. But what do you make of that situation?
Well, I can't even say it's not a goal. It is a goal. But at the same time, based on the challenges that led to the goal.
Would you have let the goal stand?
I think if they want to let it go stand, Szoboszlai does not need a red card.
Oh my God,
that's the equation.
I think if you ask Liverpool fans, they will also want that red card to be taken off for Dominic Szoboszlai.
So that's it. So it's you can't give out a red card at the same time give a goal.
All right, so that's the update. Let us go right now, begin to listen to managers. We're going to start first of all with Mikel Arteta, who of course led his Arsenal side to a convincing 3-0 victory that took them 9 points clear temporarily before Man City pulled back. And after Mikel Arteta, we'll go to Pep Guardiola. We'll also go to Arne Slot. Let's bring in the conversations right now, right here on Sport Tracker. They stay right here with us.
Because it was a really tough match. They really are a good team. They make it so hard for you. Very good at disrupting the type of game that you want in a really smart way. They are really physical. They are really well coached, and it's difficult to find that momentum and threat constantly. And we knew that we have to be patient. We unlocked the game with a brilliant finish and action from the team, and in particular.
We want to be really proud and doing the same. We make an incredible first half, really good. We miss some chances, but especially the last pass. The second half, Omar and Erling didn't help us to keep that ball, that they make push Liverpool more, marking and more aggressive, and they have the momentum. And after it was Solai again making copy-paste goal like again.
Another great Liverpool-Man City game, as we've seen so many times over the last few years. And this was again one of them, but for us, of course, a very disappointing outcome with a 2-1 loss.
Why does he keep doing this? Arne Slot. He calls it another great game involving Man City and Liverpool. He says this game is up there. The one we witnessed yesterday is up there with the one that they played against PSG that they still lost. So why does he keep doing this? Is it deflecting? Is it trying to prove a point by telling us, as he had mentioned earlier, that he'd rather be remembered, have a legacy for how they played, rather than winning? What is happening with Arne Slot all of a sudden?
Just let us look at him. Just be calm. If Slot failed to make the Champions League spot, he'll be sacked. There's no way.
And that Champions League spot, which is top 5 right now in the Premier League, he will need to play a huge part in that. And to actually, if he doesn't win it or go as far as possible to help the England cause alongside the others, there could be problem for him. Now, he doesn't make this top 5.
Now,
United are ahead. Chelsea are ahead right now.
He's going away to Sunderland in the course of the week.
Without Dominic Szoboszlai.
A Sunderland side who has unbeaten. Nobody has beaten them so far in their home so far this season. And it's going to contend with the likes of maybe Brighton and others. But it's going to be a tough one because personally for me, I don't see him doing something meaningful this season.
Chula, let's take a breather from European football. The Falconet head coach, Moses Aduku, that is the nation's, the women's under-20 national team, he says that they will fight hard to secure a place in the final qualifying round of the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. Nigeria defeated Senegal 1-0 in a keenly contested encounter at the Moshood Abiola Sport Arena in Abeokuta on Saturday. The only goal coming from substitute Kindness Ifeanyi, scoring the winning goal for the hosts from a header in the 50th minute. A draw will be enough for the Falconets to scale through to the final round. Adeku stated that they will put a solid plan in place for the second leg. Meanwhile, for their Senegalese counterpart, well, this is what they are saying. Their captain, Arjin Diaye, she believes that the Lionesses can still qualify for the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup despite the defeat to Nigeria's Falconet. In her words, we played against Nigeria in 2022 and we know how solid they are. They have good players and they are experienced. It is still an open contest. We are still in it. There's still a chance to qualify and we will give our best. The reverse fixture will hold in Dakar next week, Saturday. You see, while I was lamenting, Tula, about playing that first leg at home, there should be some sort of advantage for us based on our, sparse successes in this tournament, not just at the African level, but also at the world level. But here we are, first leg at home against Senegal.
1-0.
1-0.
Yeah.
Is it slim, or do you believe we can go there and do the job?
It is a slim win, but a win is a win.
Win
It
is
gives
a
us that
right.
breather, that rest.
All
that
right.
We're starting afresh as well. So I think the girls need to believe that they're going to Dakar to do something amazing.
All right.
Something
What is the
magical.
amazing thing? You think we can go there and claim a victory?
Or get a draw.
All right. Some of the colleagues who saw that game yesterday actually said we had a couple of chances, but it was still a close game. And so we must be weary of that game in the second leg. Finidi George and Rivers United, Tula, they played Pyramids, lost 3-0. At home to RS Berkane, they led for majority of that game. And then at the latter, just at the death of that match, they lost by 2-1. Against Dynamos of Zambia, it was goalless 0-0. And then we came back home and we lost to Dynamos by 1-0. Okay, we are going at home now to Pyramids, Abi. Let's see what we can do. And then we lost at home to Pyramids by 4-1. What is left? A trip now against RS Berkane. Tula. Oh, Tula, sorry. Masokun, sorry,
Do
Tula.
you know Pyramids? It's just one of the clubs in Egypt that was being built a few years ago. Not because of the fact that he has that history.
No, at all. No history. No history.
Rivers United, the history did there already. Imagine. It shows that
Senior Pyramids by far. Now your guy be for age.
It shows that the level of our players. Let's start with the level of our players. Number one.
Tula.
Number two is that these players do not have that enough exposure or facilities to play against the likes of Pyramids, the Palm,
Facility.
all those things.
When you look at this Rivers United tie, where was it played? It wasn't even played on their home ground. That alone is a signal to where we are as regards football. I was going through the comment of the Niger Tornadoes boss who was complaining. He also is now threatening that he will pull out of the league because NPFL said their home ground in Mina is not good enough to host matches. And he says it's not because of that. He says it's only camera angle. That's why they have told us now we must leave. Everything is politics and all. But even down to the basics, just to even have a stadium good enough to host a game of a required standard on the African continent, we no get.
The solution
How can we not be in this mess that we are in?
The solution to MPFL, if I say it, you will not agree.
What is it?
Let's go up for 6 months.
I've told you. What are you saying 6 months? I've told you, Tula. Let us go away.
For a year.
For 5 years.
No, 5 years too much.
And if we come back, Tula, it's only 8 teams that can give us proper stadium with proper grass. Only 8 teams that can give us not 40-man team.
Or less.
Give us 25, 30-man team with coach, psychologist, proper medical team. Everything is on point. If only 8 teams can give me this, let us go on with the league.
With the fact that they are building 1 or 2 stadiums currently,
it is where
I think if we can go away for like a year, personally for me,
including organizers, everybody should go. So by the time we come back, every participant in the league will know once the season comes to an end, I have X amount of money waiting for me. Let me say we go. Nobody. We spend 1 billion naira and yet no feedback.
So
no money to even say, okay, thank you for participation. What is the essence?
That's the solution to MPFL for it to grow. Because if they can't go away, sit down and reflect and do that rebuilding. There's nothing that can
look
change.
at Rivers United, level on point with Ikorodu City as we speak. Now on the NPFL table. How many matches outstanding? Rivers, I think 4 or thereabout. 4 outstanding. And they are still level on point with the person who has played at Ikorodu City.
Yeah.
Imagine and they are the kings right here in the NPFL. If they come back now that they are out, they could go maybe as much as 4-5 points clear at the top. And nobody dare to go to Rivers United house and beat them 4-1. And look at what is happening now on the continent.
Nobody. Look
at what they are doing to them on the continent. If this is our master, Oga, in the NPFL. Look at what they are doing to Oga on the continent. What would they do to the rest?
Our Ghana fake.
What would they do to my own club, Kwara United?
It's just the level of play. We're not really there. The rise of Pyramids, the rise of Al-Ali, the level
which is what people must say enough is enough.
They are better.
If you find the backing from the state government, you as the one in charge, the chairman and all, you must say enough is enough. I must begin to do things the right way.
Yeah.
But not lie.
We'll not
It's
do the right
heartbreaking.
way.
All right, so that is it. For Coach Finidi George, do you want to have a go at him? Because Nigerians are not happy. Once they hear his name, Finidi George, they just completely lose their heads.
Leave Finidi alone. I think that's his level.
They say he's part of the reasons why. In fact, they say he's 70% part of the reason why Rivers United are like this on the continent. But this is his thought, by the way, after the defeat. He says, we controlled the game.
Okay.
And we got our goal.
Cinema.
But we didn't give them room to play in the first half.
Okay.
Indecision was our wrongdoing in the game because we made mistakes of wrong footing during tackles as the Egyptians were faster. It was difficult for the players to contain them in the second half. We lost to a very good team, especially in the second half. 13 points, they are at the summit of Group A. So he's literally saying, we got the lead. So on a tactical level, we were doing something right. But our players, they don't have what it takes to see it out, to maintain it. Don't forget what happened against our Esprekin.
The only team that Rivers United drew was Power Dynamos, and that was away from home.
Only 1 point.
Only 1 point.
The final game now, we're going away to Berken.
That one will hit us up.
It will not hit us in Jesus' name.
You
We'll
will
go there, we'll play a draw.
which color of draw?
It can only get better.
Defending champion for that matter.
Defending. All right, it will get better. It will get better. All right, for those, by the way, who are wondering, in the world of tennis, Nigeria's top-ranked player, Daniel Adeleye, inspired the country to a memorable 3-1 win over Uzbekistan in round 1 of the Davis Cup World Cup 2 playoff by sealing his second singles victory of the series at the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club on Sunday. The two-day encounter was tied at 1-1 after Saturday's opening matches, but Nigeria stormed into the lead on Sunday with a crucial win in the doubles rubber. Coach Benson Ache went with a pair of Kanis Abua and Michael Emmanuel in a tightly contested encounter against Uzbekistan's Denis Istomin and Kumayin Sultanov. And the Nigerian duo prevailed in straight sets 7-6, 6-4, putting Nigeria ahead 2-1 in the tie and 1 win away from overall victory there. So we're hearing at this moment, of course, the result sends Nigeria into the second round of the Davis Cup World Cup 2, which will be played after the US Open on the weekend of September 18th to 20th, 2026. Speaking after the tie, Adeleye said he was proud to have kept his unbeaten record for the national team intact. Happy for Team Nigeria also at the victory over Uzbekistan into the second round of the Davis Cup Group 2 there. All right, Tula, our journey will take us right now to a particular league that has got everyone talking. It is the Spanish La Liga there. Barca had taken the lead and they won. They beat Mallorca 3-0 on Saturday. And so it was over to Real Madrid. When they were beginning to struggle from the first half, we feared the worst for Real Madrid. That they were not going to hold on against a Valencia side that has proven to be a quite difficult side for them in the last 11 matches there. But the moment Carreras, a beautiful solo goal, a bit of luck though with a bounce to make it 1-0. Madrid did not look back. Mbappe in the 91st minute to make it 2-0, and Mbappe continues to score. And so that particular victory for Real Madrid means, of course, that they keep a clean sheet also at the Mestalla, Valencia's home ground, for the first time since 2013. Arbeloa was so happy that he likened Mbappe to Ronaldo.
Well, when the first half was being played, I discovered there's too much of crowd play from Real Madrid, Valencia.
Blame them. Valencia sat down. Low block.
Yes, I understand.
It was difficult for them to break at first.
And when you look at Real Madrid on the other side, they were neat in possession. The likes of Tchouaméni and Valverde did well. Because you look at Mbappe, nowhere to be found. But he later got a goal because he played from the flanks. And Adegule was also in control. I wasn't so surprised that Vini mixed this particular tie due to yellow card. But it's something that they need to win. And they got it right.
Shegun Arewa was telling me that anytime he meets Real Madrid, irrespective of the league position, he will beat that Real Madrid like a small child when they meet at the Camp Nou. But I was going through Agba's comment. Agba was telling me, you know what? If it is just that 1 point that they have, its advantage, let's meet at that El Clasico and let's sort things out there. If you're Real Madrid, would you want to be 1 point behind Barca heading into that El Clasico? Do you think that El Clasico will be the decider of who wins the league, whoever wins that game? Because everyone right now is just gradually shifting attention to the El Clasico.
The El Clasico, it's a match that I love the fact that the El Clasico is not coming now. It's coming when the game remains like 4 games to the end of the season.
Do you think we'll be in this similar position by the time we get there?
There's a high possibility we'll still be in the same position, maybe 1 point between both parties.
Or maybe even Madrid would have shifted
a little bit, because
who knows?
When you look at the crop of games ahead of Barcelona and ahead of Real Madrid, there's still 1 or 2 tough games. So I think that 1 point is something that they can settle when they face.
All right, let's see. All right, let's see. For Real Sociedad, of course, didn't do so bad. Didn't do so well also, you would say, for themselves with a 3-1 win over Elche. Convincing win.
I love the fact that Real Sociedad at the start of the season were poor.
Really poor, man.
But currently, they're one of the top side alongside after Barcelona, Real Madrid that has more points from winning games.
I remember asking you while that game was on yesterday and watching the Man City and the Liverpool tie, when you told me that Girona were leading away at Sevilla. I was afraid.
Yes.
But of course, Tula, I think somebody did point it out. Still, the game is on. 10 minutes to go. Anything is possible. Sevilla got the equalizer, man. Salas in the 92nd minute there. Happy for Sevilla. I don't want them to get relegated, man.
Girona failed. They had a penalty.
Yeah.
Just a minute towards the end of the game, and they missed it out.
I remember when we had the conversation of Atletico Madrid. Oh, you smashed Real Betis in the Copa del Rey.
It's different from Ligue.
What happens in the league? I remember us saying on Saturday that there could be a difference there. And boom, we got the difference. Real Betis with the 1-0 win away at Atletico Madrid. Anthony with a goal, a beautiful one. And I looked at the goal and the distance, and I said, what's happening with All Black, man? I thought they said one of the best goalkeepers there.
The defender opened that chance up.
Yeah,
he should have closed him.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can say is a huge win for Real Betis coach, Pellegrini. It shows that it's a tactical merchant.
So he learned from that 5-0 drop in the soft at the hands of Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, he learned something, and he had to work on it, and that was quite impressive.
Nigerians say, Ademola Lookman, this is what you have been going through. I mean, with the club, this is what Atletico Madrid is all about.
Yeah.
So you must be ready now. They are so inconsistent, and you will need to also help them to carry them there. I mean, this is a defeat at home, man. It's a shocking defeat. I won't lie to you.
It is.
For Atletico Madrid at home, Tula. What are your thoughts on their campaign?
Well, Atletico Madrid inconsistency continues.
Yeah.
And based on the fact that Griezmann, Ademola Lookman did something over the course of the week, does not really mean that it's going to reflect in the league, because the league cup is from the club itself. It's more like a tactical issues with the manager.
Personally, if you ask me, this should be the final season with Diego Simeone. Whatever will happen to Atletico Madrid, they should brace themselves up and move away from him. Enough is enough. They need something fresh. They need something new. And not necessarily Spanish now. I think they've built a brand strong enough now to be able to attract some of the best coaches from around the world now. You could get a German coach in. You could get, not English coach. They don't sabi like that. But you can get somebody in, an Austrian. An Italian. I think they built that brand enough. Conte would happily go there. And I think if Conte goes there, they kind of want. In fact, Conte would jump at it. Although he will go there second season, he will flop. But that's what he's good at.
They believe in signing quality players who are ready-made.
They sign enough.
They signed Rodrigo Mendoza from Elche, who is been linked with Arsenal, Man City, and others to perform a magic. You can't keep signing players because they're available to join your squad. You will end up creating chaos for yourself as a manager.
All right.
And I hope they learn from this.
Over there in France, PSG with a 5-0 win over Marseille that condemns Marseille from any chance to win this French league on there. Lyon got the 1-0 win away at Nantes. Brest with a 2-0 win over Lorient. Lens with a 3-1 win over Reims. Le Havre with a 2-1 win over Strasbourg. And then Auxerre goalless against Moses Simons' Paris FC. But PSG, Dembele, filthy football. And they are also picking form just at the right time. Who will face PSG again? Monaco. I really pity Monaco in that Champions League playoff, first leg, second leg there. Kvaratskhelia can lead Dembele with the 2 sweet goals in there. And this is Marseille. Marseille suffered for what they did to PSG in the reverse fixture.
Yeah. I think the Paris Saint-Germain players were ready for this particular time.
Really ready, man.
The
At
motivation
home,
was high.
up.
And if you look at the first half, the first 37 minutes of play, PSG were already 2 goals up. And that shows that's the level of play.
Tula, look at Harry Kane. 43 goals this season. This is only February 8th. Harry Kane He has scored more than some clubs in the Premier League as we speak there. Only him, 43 goals. Bayern Munich with the 5-1 win over Hoffenheim. The coach says, Vincent Company, we respect Hoffenheim. We know their quality, and so we are ready for them. So somebody say it was over-respect. They over prepared for them. And that is the result, man. Leipzig got the 2-1 win away at Cologne, though. It's a good win for them.
They were afraid of losing, and that's why they had to beat them silly. Even with the record, though.
All right. So that's Bayern Munich, though, 54 points. Borussia Dortmund, 48 points in second. Hoffenheim in third, 42 points. Leipzig in fourth, 39 points. So that is it, man. Somebody says that one goal that they keep considering after every 5, 4, 6-1 thrashing. That is the reason why Bayern will not be winning the Champions League. Do you agree with that?
Well, it's 5 margins because you can't keep considering one goal consistently in the last 5 games.
Right.
And because apart from the fact that they considered 1, they considered 2 against Hamburger.
Right.
So that shows that Bayern Munich are prone to concede. But you don't consider any in the Champions League.
Let's go listen now to Michael Carrick of Manchester United.
I thought it was, when it goes to 10 minutes, always a tricky kind of situation, really. And I thought it was quite an open game first half at times. I thought we looked dangerous right from the start of the game, which was really pleasing again. Had a few kind of issues that where I thought Tottenham played some really good football first half, so we had to solve a few things. But going a goal up and with 10 men, I thought the second half we managed it really well and largely in control. Always wanted.
We talked about Man United winning matches, but not keeping clean sheet. Now they've gone back again to keeping clean sheet, man. I'm asking myself, where is the weakness in Manchester United?
There are.
I was right there, of course, with the fans at the viewing centre over the weekend. One Man United fan in particular, the confidence is so high right now. The man says if Manchester United has started this season with Michael Carrick, they will be on the same level as Arsenal. The same man says they are waiting already for the Champions League next season. They want to play Barca in the morning, beat Barcelona, and in the afternoon, play Real Madrid, kill Real Madrid. They feel untouchable. Bryan Mbeumo with the goal in the 38th minute, and then Bruno Fernandes. But could things have been different if Cristiano Romero had not copped that red card in the 29th minute?
Yes.
We will never know. But Romero, man, that's a madman. I have to say it.
Indisciplined player.
I'm tired, man. That boy is unreliable.
Though the tackle is off, but that was not an intentional tackle.
You don't think it was a red card?
Yeah.
You think they could have been softened?
It could have found a way to sort it because.
Do you think United would have had it more difficult?
Yes.
With 11 men Tottenham?
Yes, it will have been a difficult time. But it's what it is, inconsistency, and it happens. But the tackle is a wrong tackle, though. And also, when you look at...
He keep costing Tottenham, that boy, Romero.
He's their leader. He's their leader. He's the one that speaks for them so that they should not sack Thomas Frank.
This one will be leader. Let me not use the word radio. But Tula, what are your thoughts, though, on Manchester United? This is 4 matches played. Yeah. And they won all of them.
This is the first time they are going to face a team out of the top 10. This is the first time.
And they kill him.
So, and the reflection is very easy. If United will go to the Champions League, they will have to beat Newcastle. They will have to beat Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Liverpool, and maybe...
They look as though they're afraid, this United side. They don't look like they care about these names. In this moment, they want to just play these games and win them.
They can't win all the remaining matches. It's not possible.
Nobody can predict that.
That's not possible. United have not done it. They cannot win the remaining 13.
Can Chelsea win all these matches too? Can Chelsea win all these matches?
That's what I'm saying.
Can Liverpool win all these matches too?
Same. That's it. What I'm saying is they are enjoying the beauty of winning consistently, which I'm happy. Last 4 games, 4 wins, quite impressive.
I think now 1 point clear of Chelsea, and then you have Liverpool, 39 points in there. Another 5 points clear there. That's where you want them to be.
That's why I said, if they really want to end that Champions League spot, they have to beat the teams below them.
If you're Liverpool, would you be afraid now of where you are? If you're Liverpool, would you want to quickly leave that Champions League as quick as possible? Or do you think you have a shot at winning this Champions League if you're Liverpool?
If I'm a Liverpool fan, for example, I have to be afraid. But in a station, the last game of the season is between Man United and Liverpool. Just 2 points between both parties. United hosts me. One has to go for Champions League. And then it's busy between both parties.
Chelsea are just in there, doing their business, under the radar.
Yeah.
If you like Man U. In fact, some say, including myself, I think every time you see Man U win, Chelsea wins. And if you see Chelsea win, Man U has to win.
Yes.
They are condemned to, as usual. But, I mean, if you're Chelsea right now, you just keep doing your job. Under Leon Rossinier also, they have been putting up some very impressive performances. Wolves, again, were a bit childish with how they defended those, goals that led to the penalties there. But Chelsea don't care. It's a 3-1 win. No clean sheet, but it's a 3-1 win.
Yeah.
They keep coming closer, man. What are your thoughts on Chelsea?
Well, a good win for Chelsea because they were all around Wolves, and that was something that they needed to do in terms of running.
Yeah.
Making sure that what happened against Arsenal did not happen in the first 10 minutes of the game.
All right.
But the same thing happened, though, as our player, Arokodare, scored in the second half.
Yeah.
But penalty in the 30 minutes, penalty in the 50 minutes,
Yeah.
Palmer again, once
And Wolves
again.
didn't need to do that. They didn't need to. But eventually you have that. All of a sudden, you're 3-0 down. Imagine if it was only the goal Chelsea scored and the goal Wolves scored on that time on Saturday. It could have been 1-1. So if you're Wolves, you're left wondering, how have I lost this game? Playing this way and making silly errors. One individual, Doherty.
Well, you can't you can't easily blame the players, and you can say it's an indecision from the players, indiscipline, and at the same time, loss of control.
Brentford though, what a story, man.
Yeah.
3-2 win away at Newcastle United. Newcastle take the lead. Brentford equalize 1-1 and then go ahead Igor Thiago from the penalty spot, and then Newcastle equalize Bruno Guimaraes to make it 2-2, and then Ouattara to make it 3-2. This is the first time in more than 5 years Bruno Guimaraes should be involved in the tie.
Yeah.
Start, and then you have Newcastle lose, man.
Yes, it's very bad for Bruno Guimaraes.
Wow.
But the only thing that is more impressive is about how Brentford defended in that particular tie against Newcastle United, and the fact that if you look at the defense line, Henry, Van der Ven, the former Liverpool player, Arjan and Coyote, they understand the dynamism of joining the attack and
we are going to see a good game on Thursday
against Arsenal, though.
Brentford. We're going to see a good game, which was why it was very important for Man City to win that tie yesterday. Man City will play now before Arsenal play on Thursday in midweek. Man City win that game, it is 3 points. Pressure on Arsenal, who go away at a Brentford, who make no mistake about that victory over Newcastle, are a good attacking side. Even when Arsenal beat them in the reverse fixture, it was very, very close. I think it was 1-0.
I said
they must be careful, Brentford, on Thursday.
I said something from weeks ago. I said that in the next 2 games, Arsenal will play first. City will play last.
Yeah.
In the next few games now,
City will play
first, and Arsenal will play last. Next 2 games.
I see some very difficult games ahead, man.
The only thing that can make Arsenal to win this league at the expense of Man City is winning their matches without no help.
And this is what Pep Guardiola said. After that victory, he says all we can do is breathe on the neck of Arsenal. Being there, try. If they sleep, make something, use it. You are 6 points behind. How are you breathing on Arsenal with 6 points behind? The man knows something that we don't know.
The man
are they sensing that Arsenal will crack more?
He believes that Arsenal will fail.
All right.
That's the truth. Because in the last 4 years, we've seen a club who has been failing consistently. And you as a manager, you want to wait for the opportunity once again.
Tula, I think it's time for us to open the phone lines and get the reaction of our listeners.
Yeah.
09161591011. You can call with that number. You can send us a message via WhatsApp with that number. Good morning, Babajide and Tula in the studio. About yesterday's game, Liverpool versus Man City, the game is not concerning Arsenal. The fate is in our hand as much as we continue to be winning. No cause of alarm. And you said it this morning that 6 points temporary, Babajide, will surprise you this season. About Victor, you have been saying that he's not going to score 10 goals, Premier League. Preparing airtime for us. Good morning. This is Coach Balogun Salman Barbai Lauren. Good morning to you. Thank you. In week 18, Arsenal were top of the league with 42 points, holding a 2-point lead over City, who had 40 points. After week 25, Arsenal have remained consistent and even extended their lead to 6 points, sitting on 56 points, while Man City trail behind on 50. With 13 matches remaining, Arsenal do not need to win every game to secure the title. If we remain or maintain the current level of consistency, collecting around 37 points from the remaining 39 fixture should be enough to win that league. Tula seems to believe if Arsenal win the next 8 or 9 games, they will be champions of the Premier League.
Yeah, if they win the 9 games on the bounce, they will be the Premier League winner.
Do you think Man City over celebrated that victory yesterday?
They didn't over celebrate because the next.
Because I saw the Saints, I saw Haaland, I saw Gay, I saw the coach. What's happening over there? The goalkeeper do outstanding. Donnarumma again.
The next 9 games, or let me say the next 8 games of Arsenal, I think Man City is the 9th game thereabout. So if Arsenal are winning consistently till the time they face Man City have the league at their disposal.
You know, the Arsenal fans told me yesterday, it's a good thing that Liverpool did not even win that tie.
Yeah.
They don't want clubs like Liverpool, Man United to begin to brag that it was because of us you won the title. They want it to be them. We won the title because we won our games and we fought hard to get those points. Not because anybody helped us. Let's go back and take calls. But before that, Alhaji Sakato in Baraba says, though Yori Yori boys are still topping the EPL, the Gunners' hope of leading Man City with 9 points were dashed with Man City's victory yesterday. Though the league is a marathon until the last game, Man U display another good result. And I pray the victory song continues against West Ham United forever. Look at Aston Villa against Bournemouth. You cannot even win. 1-1. United are coming for them. United are coming. Hello, good morning. Who is on the line now? What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, Rajide.
Good morning to you, sir.
Comrade Olabi.
Comrade, how you doing today?
I'm fine. Tula.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, sir.
You know, this beginning of this season, I told you that, yes, you guys are a squad, a football team. And I say you, Tula, you are the midfielder because I love your analysis. But this thing you are talking this morning, I will relegate you to bench. Honestly, I will relegate you to bench. Honestly, out of all the 5, I give 101% to you because your analysis always take me to the next level. But this morning that you are saying, you know, I won't take that because I'm saying as a captain and I will collect the captain and I relegate you.
It's okay. It's okay.
What happened is this. I told you, honestly, Arsenal is 70% on the verge of collecting the league. 70, yes.
70.
But what I'm happy is this. When we are watching ball, this is the Premiership we know. The big boys are coming back. When you see Arsenal, you see Manchester United, you see Chelsea, and you see Liverpool.
All right.
All those Yori, Man City and Chelsea, they are coming up small.
All right.
But now the table is reshaping.
All right.
I'm not having a problem with Arsenal.
All right.
But I'm looking at that second and third.
You're only 3 points behind Aston Villa now. Anything is possible.
There's nothing possible. I'm back. Carrick is back. He is a coach that knows the tradition of the club.
Wow.
Anybody that comes now,
go collect. Go collect.
If you get draw against Man, you go do party. Good morning.
Okay. A former governor of Osun State, Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola, he has hailed the development of golf in Osun. Oyinlola, while also expressing his love for the game, said only death could separate him from golf, stressing that he would continue to play and invest in golf and other sporting activities. Oyinlola made these remarks at the weekend during a commemorative golf tournament held in his honor to mark his 75th birthday. All right, good morning. Who's on the line with us there? Hello, good morning. Yeah?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, this is Ejina Adebayo.
Ejina Adebayo, you have 30 seconds. Please talk to us, sir.
Yeah, I want to talk on the Liverpool Man City game.
And the implication. All right.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect Man City to win that game. But they didn't deserve to win.
Wow.
But unfortunately, the type of coach we have is not a serious type.
And a slot.
Yes. How can you leave Robertson and you are playing Kekes without experience?
All right, sir. 30 seconds is up, sir. Hello, good morning. And that's another one.
That's the valid
Hello,
one,
good
though.
morning. This
Hello,
Ade.
good morning to you, Ogade.
Yes, good morning. Manchester United for life.
Good morning, Manchester United. Glory. 3 points.
Anybody just come, I'll beat you now. Anybody.
My God.
I repeat, anybody.
Killan. Poo.
Anybody. Thank you.
All right, now.
One
Anybody.
of the reasons that United fans are not looking at something.
All right.
If they've only used 13 players so far under Michael Carrick, and that's Dogo is injured alongside with Sesko, who has been more effective.
All right.
And we have 22 players.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is FY. Calling from Tommy Lafa.
You're welcome, my man. How you doing today?
I'm fine, you and you. How was it doing?
Good, though. Happy New Week. Up Barcelona.
I kudos to the best world, to the best team in the whole world.
Barca. Lamine Yamal, 5 man of the match MVP. 5.
On the bounce.
He just they
Can you
collect
see
and they
that?
collect and they collect and they collect them.
I think you can see how impressive Barcelona squad is doing now.
Very, very, very.
Squad. But I won't lie to you. This La Liga is very tough. It's very tough this time around.
What is tough?
But
Is it Real Oviedo that is tough? Who
no,
tougher for you? Mallorca.
Points in between the first, second, third, and fourth. You can't predict the winner right now. But I think the Copa and as in the game between Real Madrid and Barcelona.
All right.
The El Clasico.
Yeah.
I'm very sure it will be the one that is decided.
All right. Hello, good morning. Who's on the line with us there?
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Oga. What is your name, sir?
Good morning. This is Taiwo from Lagos.
You are welcome. Taiwo from Lagos.
So I want to talk about this weekend. I want to talk about Mario. Mario has been consistent now, and if they continue like this, I wish they enter Champions League spot.
All right.
And about Chelsea too.
All right.
The way the coach is doing it, if can get those players fit.
All right.
I'm saying it will enter the top 4 also.
All right. All right. Good morning, guys. LFC is an ache to my heart this season. Why will Alan Slot leave Gomez leave Gomez the right back on the bench and put Szoboszlai in his place? Tactically, this coach doesn't know what he's doing at times. Don't forget that he used club's players to win the EPL last season. Now, this season, all his newly expensive players are nothing but useless for the club. Since 1937, Man City beat us home and away, and that record is broken in Slot era, conceding more goals than scoring against their opponent. Most teams are just beating us at Anfield, and he's turned the home of stronghold to a shamble. Yeah. Well, my man, this is Amor from Tanke, Akatani Lorin, Babajide, and other pundits in the house. Excellent morning. Working week to all of you, Babajide. Nigerian football clubs should stop participating in continental competition. We are not good at all to rub shoulders with the others. Our league is extremely bad. I have been watching Nigerian league since my secondary school days in the 70s. Nigerian league has gone inside a bottomless pit. I am hot and unhappy with our club and the league administrators. Yesterday, I can't pick a single player among the Rivers United good guys good enough for the national team. Further participation in continental competition will bring more disgrace. This is Tunde Awokunle from Ilefe. Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, guys. As much as I agree with officiating in the EPL, the foul was a blatant PK. And as the saying goes, 2 wrongs can never make a right. You guys are doing wonderfully well. This is Jamo from Kulende Estate. Thank you so much. Baba Jai, good morning to you and the crew in the building. He says, the way Unabanta Arsenal forward is something. Man City, Foden, 0 goals in last 13 appearances. Haaland, 1 in the last 10. Doku, 0 in the last 13. Savinho, 0. These guys are injured now. Doku and Savinho, to add one, no. Bernardo Silva, 1 goal in the last 25. I want you to know that Gyökeres will score more than 15 EPL this season. Akim from Asadam. It cannot happen. No be mouth. All right, Tula. Wrap up the show right now. Yeah, last words for now.
It's a new week. Let's keep doing what we are doing. Let's keep grinding. Success is around the corner.
Success is around the corner. On behalf of Adetula Adeolu, my name is Babajide.